the world looking for understanding of the times that we live in. Hunting and gathering first-hand information, challenging definitions of sin. I travel the world looking for lovers of the ultimate beauty, but never Celine. I am a wanderlust king.
Hey everybody! Welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings. Last time, we had a drinking contest with the Chief of Police. Yeah!
He doesn't remember who won, but he still respects us, so that's good.
He says we're gonna try a different type of way to test our endurance, apparently. But that has nothing to do with today. Today we're going out on the second investigation. There you are, Chief. I was looking for you. What are you doing here? Don't tell me there's another dead person. It's like it happens every day. Sorry, Chief. There is. Damn. Guess it's gonna be one of those days. Yeah, looks that way. Someone else can take care of that today, though. We've got other plans. You'll need to sign off on a few things at least. I know. We'll go to the crime scene, sign a few forms, and then we're out. Blah, blah, blah. Stuff we've already heard.
Maintenance guy's dead. Poor guy.
Hi, Maverick.
Shunned by my own colleagues. You just let me take out Reza, this would all be done with.
To be honest, I'd have to agree with Maverick. Yeah, just go kill Reza.
I dislike all kinds
I
of stairs.
dislike all kinds of stairs.
Where's the elevators in this building?
That's what I'm talking about. Fucking Bryce agreeing with me.
Then you almost get hit, you get pushed out of the way, and you see the figure in a cloak running upstairs. She's going upstairs!
I'm on it.
You just said she's going upstairs.
Interesting. I said she
Yeah, you did.
instead of he, like the first time. I hate stupid stairs. You're blocking the way! Just go around me. There's no room, you're as wide as the stairs are!
Can't help it.
Sebastian, stop calling the chief fat! I can't help it! Damn it, we'll never catch him now.
Chief, you should have been smarter. Let Sebastian run after him. I guess it's a good thing you didn't.
Like, to be honest, I would have, like, ran and, like, fucking parkoured up over his back.
As long as you don't land on his neck spikes or horns.
I could just imagine trying that and just having your taint just land on the fucking spikes on the back of his head.
That would hurt so much.
That being just lucky enough that your taint lands between the spikes, but one of the spikes goes up your ass.
Ow.
So no real damage is done, just you're very insecure. I don't think it was
I'm not sure of that.
I'm not sure of that. Whoever was wearing a mask.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
They
wait a
registered.
minute. When we were down there, didn't you refer to him as a she? Did I? I don't know. Maybe you just heard it wrong. Maybe.
Yay! Some stuff from the past playthroughs is leaking through. Finally.
Why would he wear that whole getup though? For protection.
It doesn't really matter what you choose.
Gonna want to be recognized. The whole thing doesn't make any sense. Who could have done this? I have no idea. Reza.
It's always Reza.
Maybe it was a dragon in disguise. Are we sure we saw him running away?
What else would you call that?
Now you're grasping at straws, Furea. Why would he have stayed here if he stole it? Blah, 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 blah.
You're starting to sound like Maverick. No.
So you think it was Reza?
Yeah, it doesn't really have much weight
Blah,
on
blah,
what we're
blah,
going
blah,
for.
Blah, blah, blah.
By the way, have you actually checked
How
the
about
stats?
no?
Have you checked the stats?
Huh?
Have you ever checked the stats really before?
The status?
Yeah,
Oh,
you've done that before.
no, I never have.
Yep. This you can see that you're impressed. It brought all neutral and then one impression, and then you have the items you've discovered throughout your whole time. You've given blood. You got the other stuff there on the letter and discovery and pictures and whatnot.
Okay.
Yay!
You must be understaffed if you need to rely on me.
Yeah. Yeah, that status page might really be be handy for one of the endings, the one that I don't think you'll want. But it's not really necessary because you kind of know when you've achieved what you need to. But that's not for today. Tatsu. Tatsu Park?
So where do I go?
Right here, it doesn't exactly matter. It's after this scene that we get the part that matters.
Visit the production facility. Sit there banging on the door. Hi, asshole.
I guess it's a good thing that they made him not so likable. So, because if it's going to be one of them dying and he dies, then we don't feel so sorry at all. Sorry for him dying. So.
I guess. That's all?
Yeah. Just finish it up. Here we go. Oh, never mind. It's just this, it's a scene where you run into Maverick that I'm waiting for. I'm like, come on.
He looks like he just, like, hurt his hip and he's, like, leaning on the fucking counter.
Poor girl, Vara.
Vara, I feel so sorry for you.
Yeah.
Is that a challenge? More of an invitation, really. You can come by anytime if you're interested in seeing what else I have in store. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, how can I help you?
Yeah, we can leave right now if you want. Or no, go ahead and ask and then leave. Hold on, good try. Or skip. Hey. Okay. You can go ahead and save it when it gets you an option to choose who to go out with for the day.
No, don't skip
Oh.
ahead.
No skipping.
As you wish.
Here we go. This is where it matters a little bit more. It's not too bad.
Look who we have here. I turned around to see Maverick. His intense gaze confirmed that there was no one else's words, though his words could have been directed at. Even with civilians passing by in the background, I suddenly felt very alone. What do you want from me? Answers.
Okay, then start talking.
Let's start talking. Tell me one thing. Why? What's your goal in all of this? Why even come here?
You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand.
Because obviously you wouldn't understand, because this whole time travel business is all wonky.
What would I not understand? I just don't get why you can't be honest with me, even though when you know no one else is listening. You know I can't touch you. If I did, it would all be over for me, at least as long as I don't have any proof. In the end, what difference does it make if I know? No one else is gonna believe me anyway. Do you wish to kill me too, like Reza?
Not just thing. Goes on his rant. Goes on his rant either way, really. But
I would
I never would do such a
do
thing.
such a thing. Is that so? Tell me why an ambassador would need such a dangerous tool in the first place. Blah 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 blah. And with that he was gone. But that wasn't the problem I had.
What's that hand? No.
To be honest, arguing with him gave me the most awkward boner.
This is those weird ones that just happen.
He does have a nice office, doesn't he? And the chairs are comfy. I love how Sebastian's just soaking up all this luxury because Bryce has an amazing office and he can be in here. Is that the only reason why we're in here? The dragon gave a brief chuckle. Let's just say any information pertaining to this case is important enough to warrant some privacy.
That sounds like him.
Yeah, that does sound like him. It's Bryce
Yeah.
for you. Once he sets his mind on something, he sees it through to the end. That's why he's our chief. He gets things done. That is right. Don't look like we'll find him today. Could be anywhere. Long gone. Beyond our reach. What do you think?
I don't think he's going anywhere.
don't think
I know
he's going
something you
anywhere.
don't.
Can't flee to another place, blah blah blah. He's very easy to find, blah blah blah. Very astute observation.
Don't worry. Thanks, Sebastian. But I'm not so worried. I just want to punch his face in.
Thanks, Sebastian.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Boring stuff.
Hey, Bryce. See, this is where I'm saying once you get the ooh, he left a message.
I was thinking about last time. I know we got a little blackout drunk, but I still thought that was kind of fun. I think you had some fun too, but I also wanted to show you there's more to me than that. So I was just wondering if you wanted to come over just to hang out and relax, you know? We only get to see each other when things are all serious, and I bet it's rough for you with everything that's going on. Figured you might want to get away from that a little. Anyway, if you want to drop by anytime, my door's open, buddy. Considering what happened last time, entering the literal dragon's den could either turn out really well or not so much. Save!
See, yeah, the reason why I say save here is that you can reload this save later. So you can just do whatever that is with the clerk. Because there's some stuff you can do with the clerk. Not much, but some achievement stuff. Good, Bryce.
Hey, Furea. Good to see you.
Your face. No, thanks for the
I
invitation.
will make your face!
It's like, what's wrong with my face?
Your face.
Thanks for the invitation.
Thanks for the invitation. No need to be so formal. Sure, I'm the chief, but here I'm just Bryce. Wait a minute, something seems different here. What do you mean? Oh, that's it, we're both sober. I thought we weren't going to mention that. Right. Don't mind the chaos. This is just a temporary arrangement. He led me inside and motioned to the couch. When I took a seat and looked around, I realized that his apartment was obviously designed with only a single person in mind. Ah, some days all you can do is be glad they're over. Long days at work? You know how it is at the police department, especially with everything going on.
I didn't notice it. What's with the cloak on next to the door? I don't get it.
There's a random fucking coat!
Yeah. Is it a bad time for me to visit?
Heck no. Could use some good company right now. So what do you usually do for fun in your world? Read.
One of the last two. Spend time outside, workout.
Spend time outside. I get to be outside every single day. I guess that means you don't mind me dragging you around everywhere? If it weren't for the corpses and the life-threatening situations, sure. Heh. How about you? Different things. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know how it is. It's not very specific. Alright, I'll show you something, but promise me you won't laugh, okay?
Just show me we're
Show
both
me
adults
both
here.
Adults here. Sure hope so. He went to a shelf on the far side of the room and picked up a long object. Carrying it in his maw, he returned to the table before he gently set it down. It was a wooden model ship. From first appearances, I guessed it was a child's attempt at assembling a model. While the shape was recognizable, there were odd pieces jutting out or not fitting together properly. In some places, globs of dried glue remained from excessive use.
Oh,
Who's the Parkinson's freaking gent who did this?
It's like you're insulting and you're calling him a gent, so he doesn't even know what Parkinson's is.
Looks nice.
Oh, what's this? What's this?
Oh, what's this?
Yeah.
Well, you
He'll laugh
asked
at you.
about my hobbies. I guess this is the latest one. Even though I try, I don't always make the best decisions. I know I'm not the most patient person. But in my line of work, you never know what they're going to throw at you next. So you always have to be prepared. Can't have any exploitable weaknesses. But of course, I want to be fit for duty. As the chief, people look up to me, so I have to be at my best at all times. We can both tell the model's not very good. I don't really have the patience or dexterity for it. But I tried my hands at this to get better. Sure, it took me way longer than it should have, and my claws were covered in glue for a week afterwards. But you know, these models aren't even intended for us. They're made for runners like Sebastian, who have the proper hands to do that stuff. I know the ship isn't much, but it's something. And maybe, if I keep trying, I'll get better. Wait a minute, you have ships? Not in this town, but yeah, we have ships alright. Why does that surprise you? I just find it interesting because where I come from, we also had vehicles for land and air travel. Well, some of us can fly, some of us can run well, but none of us can swim beyond the seas. Do you have different continents? Not that I know of. You probably have to ask someone who knows more about our world than I do. How can you not know about something like that? Well, we do get the occasional explorer who ventures out in uncharted seas, but I don't really keep track of that kind of thing.
So
Would you
at
want
this
to
point,
visit
it's
if they ever found one? I can't say.
Huh?
I don't find the thought exciting, but in the end...
Hold on. Say that again? I think Sky... You know, because I can't hear a thing.
Skype is
And I
being
might
kind of
sound like a
poopy right
robot.
now. Skype, why can't you be more reliable?
Oh no, not the Snipes.
But I've got my people here, and they need their chief. Maybe you could take a vacation and see what's out there. Ha! If I ever have time for that, maybe. Can you swim? Not particularly well. You may have noticed that I am not exactly streamlined. Don't worry, fat floats on water! I'm not gonna say that. Is that better, guys?
A
I
bit.
think so.
Right now, I'm just seeing a loading
Do
circle.
I say you're the pinnacle of masculinity?
Well, that works.
Glad you think so. These muscles are the result of I was about to say 1,000 years. The result of years of hard work. Alright, put your hand on my forearm. Don't you technically have 4 legs? I guess, but it's easier to say forearm than specifying the upper part of my foreleg. Besides, using the word leg might get misinterpreted. That might make you think of my thigh, and that would be something else entirely. Not that I'd mind grabbing your thigh.
Do it.
Ah, boy. Is that so? Well, let's keep it on the arm for now. He's so easy to flirt with. Like, I could fucking flirt with this guy. Me! I'm horrible at that shit! I placed my hand on the upper part of his foreleg, somewhat surprised at the warmth radiating from his scales. Hope you're ready, because here I go. His forearm shifted, the shape of his muscles changing as they became more defined. In a moment, they were firm and bulging, his scales flaring under the stress and looking as though they might pop off at any moment. It reminded me of a flexing bodybuilder in a skin-tight lycra suit. After a few seconds, his muscles relaxed and regained their former shape. See? That's what I'm talking about. Flex your own beardy muscles! Color me impressed. Didn't expect that, huh? It's too bad all those muscles won't help you when couldn't help you when Reza got away and you got stuck on those stairs. Hey, that wasn't my fault. It was the damn stairs. Speaking of which, this whole case has been completely insane. Us always a step behind Reza and Maverick running around trying to catch him himself. Wonder what he's been up to. Maverick? Yeah. We had an interesting conversation not too long ago. What? When exactly was that? When I went into town to check your list of places Reza has been to. How come you didn't say anything about that before? I didn't think it was anything worth mentioning. It was a pretty one-sided conversation anyway. Alright, maybe you should start from the beginning. I don't want to say he's crazy, but I have no idea what he's talking about. Me neither. You know, next time you should let the police decide whether something like this is worth mentioning or not. Why did you not tell us about this again? I thought it was just Maverick being Maverick. He's not normally like that. I don't get it. Why has he been acting like that? Do you think he's onto something? I don't know, but there must be a reason behind his behavior.
It's because he knows.
Maybe he's right about Reza.
Yeah.
You think so? Considering everything that's happened here so far, it's possible. That would put you in a very bad position. I know, but if it was him, I can't change what. But if it was him, I can't change what he's done. I can only try to help you as much as possible. I'm just thinking out loud, but Reza was the first of your kind to come here. He arranged the generator PDA trade, then you came through the portal to deliver on your part of the deal. Did your people have any goals or long-term plans for us? Or was this exchange going to be a one-off thing? It was supposed to be a scouting mission for more than anything. A test to see if this kind of business relationship could work out, and if it did, it would make humanity very happy. Things aren't looking good on that front right now, though. But yeah, that's another reason why I'm helping you. However this whole thing turns out, no matter what happens, got your back, okay?
Yeah, got your back. You too. Likewise.
Likewise. Now that's the spirit.
Let's
Yeah,
say
I'm
all
gonna
these
grab
words.
myself a beer. You want one?
Sure.
I ain't gonna turn down a beer from the chief. Think I'm crazy? When a big fucking muscular dragon asks if you want a beer, you always say yes.
Because he's just so friendly when he's under the influence.
He's such a nice boy. I like just the distinct contrast from being with a bad girl to a nice guy. Alright. Bryce got up and left through one of the doors to fetch his beer, leaving me alone in the room. If you stretch your legs a bit, you get an achievement.
If you also check the blanket, you also get achievement.
So what am I to do? Look at the magazine on the coffee table. I'm gonna examine the blanket. What an interesting pattern. The way the dark blue stripes contrast against the lighter hue is very pleasing to the eye. Reeks of alcohol and dragon. You examined Bryce's blanket! No comment.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. Alright. I was wondering because I still can't see the stream anymore, but at least as long as I can hear you, I know where you are.
Hang on, I will try to fucking fix this.
No. Don't bother. Let's just continue.
No!
Oh, really? Alright.
There, is that better?
I could always leave the call and come back, and maybe that would work.
He carefully set the basket on the coffee table and took out the beers one by one. Once he was done, he swatted the empty basket into the far corner. Help yourself, if you like. Bryce's store-bought beer looked very different from what I had seen in the bar. They were presented in large plastic bowls that were sealed off at the top, reminding me of yogurt containers. He broke the seal on one of the containers with his claw and proceeded to drink it noisily. Sweet, sweet nectar. Always does its job. Can I ask you something? Go for
Me?
it.
Oh.
Please don't take this the wrong way, but I watched how you carried the beer. I was gonna ask, how do you do daily tasks like shopping, for example, but I guess those baskets are your best friends. It's just how we do things around here. Not sure why that's so special to you. Makes me wonder. I know you can use your forelegs well enough for things, but what about your hind legs? Can you walk on those? Good question. If you're talking about my species, some of us can, at least a little. But me, I probably wouldn't be able to take more than 2 steps that way. Interesting. Maybe that's something I should practice as well. It'll be a good exercise in discipline. Regardless, I wouldn't be part of any competition anytime soon. You have competitions? Oh yes, each species gets their own athletic competitions with a few events every other year. That sounds fun. Ever thought of joining in? It's not really my kind of thing. I mean, it's always about who's the best, who's the strongest, and who has the biggest muscles and all that. I'm not into the whole competitive lifestyle. Some of those events can also be a bit dangerous. One accident could be over for me as chief. That sounds rough. What kind of competitions do you have? They usually highlight the individual species' strengths and abilities. We get to do strength-based stuff, flyers get to fly, the runners get to run, and so on. Speaking of which, it's kind of funny just how upright you are when you move. The runners lean forward and use their big tails for balance, whereas you have yours tucked into whatever that is you're wearing. Actually, we don't have tails. Are you kidding me? Not at all. Seriously, everything alive has a tail. How can you just not have one?
Evolution.
Evolution,
What?
I suppose.
Yeah.
Guess you were robbed of more than just your fur. But tails are wonderful. Just look at mine. It's a pretty wicked weapon right there. And you just have nothing? Can't help it. You know what? I don't believe you. I'm not sure I can make this any more clear. Show me. We're literally gonna just take our pants off and bend over in front of the fucking chief.
Show him!
Show him. Alright, here goes nothing. I can't believe it! You really don't have a tail! Told you so. Why do you cover it all up anyway? It's a human thing. We usually don't show our bodies to strangers. So, friends are fine? That would be an unusual friendship. Let's just say that displaying that area would usually imply more. Is that so? Okay, so we've got tails covered, but what about wings? I don't think we can call those little things on my back wings. Then what are they? Articulated pieces of armor, I guess? Can you flap them? I can try. Bryce got up on all fours, grounding his body in preparation for what was to come. His face contorted in a grimace as his upper body strained. He held the pose for a few seconds, but nothing happened except for his continuous groan of effort. Then suddenly his wings started to move. Slowly at first, they swayed up and down, gradually picking up speed. They gradually picked up speed and moved to a rhythm that could rightfully be called flapping. It reminded me of the pigeons I often saw back home.
Aww.
Graceful, isn't he? After holding it for a few seconds, he breathed a sigh of relief as he relaxed and the flapping motion stopped again. A single bead of sweat rolled down the side of his face and he looked at me, panting. Can you do that again? I wasn't looking!
Do it, choose that one. Do it again, I wasn't looking. Cheeky bastard.
That was awesome! I'm just gonna say that was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, that was certainly a first. Too bad they don't have any flapping competitions for my species. That was exhausting. Just the right time for a beer. What do I do? Do I stop him, ask him if he should have another, or do nothing?
Do nothing. Do nothing.
I sat back and watched as Bryce took the last beer, opened it up, and took his first sip with a slurp. So I've been wondering, what does it take for someone to become humanity's ambassador? I'm still not quite sure how I ended up here. I guess in my case it was a combination of the right degrees, volunteering, and a great deal of luck. What kind of job did you have before that? Were you like a politician or a diplomat or what? Actually, I was none of those things. Reza maybe, but certainly not me. Guess it's not like you needed ambassadors to represent humanity before, right? It makes this whole process a first, unless you had aliens show up at your place before. It's funny you say that, because for a while there was actually speculation that you were aliens. Well, it's not like we fly around in spaceships or anything. Strictly speaking, the word alien refers to any form of life that doesn't originate from our own planet. So that makes us aliens to each other, huh? Well, I'm not sure if that would be a good descriptor for your kind. Oh, why not? Let's just say where I come, the word often carries negative connotations with it. That's no good. What does that make us then? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to make up a new word for sentient, civilized dragons. What do you think about us humans anyway? I know many others have their own ideas of what humans are or what they're supposed to be. I'm not buying into all that, so I'll just take it as it is. And how is it? Well, you've been interesting enough so far, and Reza, I'm reserving judgment on that one. It's so funny to see people talking about humans all the time and what your presence could mean, while I'm one of the few who's actually gotten to meet and knows what you're like. And people still don't know about Reza. That'll certainly be interesting. What do you think will happen once the truth about him gets out? I'll start worrying about that once we know what the truth actually is. Good point. You work with the police long enough, you learn not to have any preconceived notions about such things. Take things as they are and do what's necessary. I imagine you've seen many things as chief. I certainly have. They're usually not the kind of thing I should tell people about, though. Why not? Not sure how it's done where you're from, but here people usually don't like me telling them about the horrible things I see at work. Can't be that bad.
You've seen worse.
I've probably seen worse, yeah.
You've traveled through time multiple times and seen them die. Yeah, you've seen worse.
What, you want to trade stories? Not really. I see. Man, look at the time. We spent all afternoon talking. Guess I should head back to my apartment. Yeah, it's getting pretty late, and I still have to prepare some stuff for tomorrow. Can you find your way out? Yeah? See you soon, then. See ya. Whew! Yeah, cold roast beef. My favorite. Do I meet with the store clerk?
You don't need to, but if there's no other option, then you might as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, there doesn't seem anything else to do. I'm meeting with the store clerk.
Hey!
Where is he? Anybody here? There you are. Suddenly, he grabbed my hand and bowed to plant a wet kiss on it with his snout.
He did what you did with Sebastian!
Aw, that's cute. Hello, Furea. I'm sorry, but I don't think we've actually been properly introduced before. What was your name again? You can call me Zong. Where is everyone? Well, the bar is already closed and everybody's gone home, so it's just us. I see. Wait, is that Bryce sleeping under the table? Oh, you're right. Guess we're not alone then. Does this happen often? Sometimes. You should start charging him rent. That's an idea. Maybe then I wouldn't have to work 2 jobs. Right, what's up with that? They're both just part-time, so it's no big deal. I see. Which one do you prefer? It's hard to say, really. Bartending is much more fun, but working in the store pays better and is also more stable. At least you get to wear a uniform in both. That doesn't exactly seem common around here. Yeah, they're usually very simple, like this one. But after a while, the collar can get a bit tight around the neck. The store uniform is just a chore to get on. The hat, the apron, it all feels a bit constricted. You look kinda cute in it, though!
Why not?
You think so? Well, that's a new one. He was interrupted by a loud snore that came from under the table. And when I looked down, I saw it was Bryce turning over in his... What, Bryce? You want another beer? Sorry, mate, but the bar is already closed. Isn't he wonderful? Yeah, sure, like, we're just gonna say we hope he doesn't piss.
No.
He's a bit rough around the edges, but he seems like a stand-up guy. That's pretty accurate, I'd say. You seem to know Bryce pretty well. How long have you known each other? Since childhood, really. We both grew up here. If you think he's a bit rough now, you should have seen him in his youth. Such a troublemaker. But you can rely on him for anything. I trust him with my life. Seems a lot of people have confidence in him as chief of police. They do, and rightfully so. The things he's done for me personally were way beyond his duties. The mark of a true friend. What did he do? Oh, it's a long story. It has more to do with myself than him, really. Come on, you can't just start like that and then not spill the beans. Well, if you say so. I was adopted when I was merely a hatchling. really not a big deal to me and never really came as a surprise to anyone, considering my parents weren't even of the same species as me. My family isn't originally from around here. When I was 8 years old, my father got a job here, so we relocated. Moving across the continent meant losing all my friends, and making new ones wasn't so easy for me. I was young and new and just a little scared. Even back then, Bryce was a very curious fella, especially when other people were involved. He came up to me in school, introduced himself, and we've been friends ever since. Many years later, Bryce was already on the force, and my desire to find my biological parents had grown so much that I made some efforts to find them. Bryce pulled a few strings, and with his help I was able to track them down. He even accompanied me on the trip.
Do you want me to come inside as well?
No, just stay here, alright?
Sure.
I mustered all of my courage and went up to the door of the run-down home.
What do you want?
Hello, is this the residence of Huang Fu and Zhu Ying?
Who wants to know that?
Well, about 20 years ago, you gave up your child for adoption and...
Oh no. You know what? I'm not dealing with this right now. We didn't give you away just so you could show up here whenever you please. And don't even think of calling me father.
I won't. He turned around and went back inside. Just as he was about to close the door again, another person appeared next to him. Don't be rude, Huang. Come in for tea or something, alright? Alright. Here, sit down. I'll go and make us some tea. Here you go. Don't you want to join us, Huang?
You invited him in. He's your guest, not mine. I don't want to have anything to do with this.
I guess he doesn't want to talk.
Guess so.
Maybe he's not ready yet.
Maybe. I guess 20 years isn't long enough.
Look, I want to say I'm sorry, but I know nothing I can say can make up for what happened. We had to give you away because we were young and stupid. These days, we aren't young anymore. How do you like the tea?
It's alright.
Oh, I've got something for you.
She got up, walked
Away from the table, and vanished into a different room. Wang Fu was sitting on the couch nearby in front of the TV, his eyes glued to the screen. After a few moments, Zhu Ying returned and joined me again. Here, take this.
What is it?
It's a hat we got you when you were little. It's one of the few things we still have from back then.
Thank you.
Do you want some more tea?
No.
Okay. I don't want to ask you this, but do you have some cash to spare? We really need some food, and Huang doesn't like to go hunting. I just brought enough for the trip back home. I don't think that.
Oh, you don't have anything? Then what are you still doing here?
Such a jerk!
You can watch TV, but not provide for your family. What a man.
Get out of my house!
No, please! Yeah, maybe it's time for me to go.
And don't even think of coming back! How dare you come in here and disturb us like that? Is there a problem here, sir? Who the heck are you? Police. Sounds like you might have some trouble here. Perhaps of a domestic nature? Not at all.
I'm sorry, Zong, he doesn't know what he's doing. I can see that. Come on, Bryce. Let's go. You're done? I think I've seen what I need to. Alright. I cried so much that day. Sorry to hear that. Not that it matters much anymore. It's all in the past. But Bryce, he's been there for me when I needed him. Then, and he's still there today. Well, except for that part. In a way, he's responsible for the whole town now. How's he handling it? Pretty well, I'd say. Everyone trusts him and think he's doing a great job. Anyway, let's put on some music. Give the old jukebox a little whirl. Sure. He got up and walked over to the jukebox in the corner and to look at the selection. Let's see. What kind of music do you like?
Alright, this part, actually, we can basically listen to one, start it at least, and then cancel and leave, but we want to go ahead and save it before this, because this part here is an achievement for listening to all of the music. And that's going to take a long time, so...
Actually, I'm not sure if your music is in any way similar to ours. Let's just put on a few different songs and you tell me what you think, alright? Sure. Feel free to pick anything that strikes your fancy. Rock!
Go ahead!
Without further ado, here we go.
Each one of these is like 2 to 3 minutes long.
Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off!
What, did you wake Bryce?
No.
No, I'm just saying turn it off. Oh, is it too loud for you? I didn't consider your ears maybe more sensitive than ours. Let's just try something else.
Is there an option for you to get out of it, or not yet?
I've heard enough.
Heard enough, yeah. Because you can always come back here after, later on and get the achievement.
What kind of music do you like here anyway? I like a bit of everything, really. I actually collect all kinds of music and paraphernalia. And the jukebox is curated by me. Oh, nice. Sometimes people even donate some stuff they don't need anymore. I'm pretty well known among the patrons for it. Is the stuff on display over there yours too? I'm actually trying to sell those. You're selling your collection? I'm only downsizing. It's just a player and a few old records I'm trying to sell for my holiday fund. Oh, where are you going? It's going to be a family holiday. Just me, just my son and myself. Mainly for my son, though. We're planning to travel across the whole country, making stops in various cities along the way. I've been planning it for a while now, and trying to save up to make it happen. We could never really afford a vacation while his mother was still around, so... What happened to her? I wish I knew. We fought a lot back then, about all kinds of things. When I think back to the time now, it seems like that was all we did. Argue about petty things that people don't need to argue about. Of course, it's easy to say that after the fact when it's already too late. I never would have thought it was bad enough to warrant doing what she did, though. What did she do? One day, she was just gone. Packed up her things and left in the dead of night. I don't know where she went, or what became of her. In the end, I think she just wasn't ready to be a mother. This was almost 4 years ago now. But yeah, that's why I think we need that holiday. To spend some quality time together. It's also why I took the second job in the grocery store. He's going to turn 9 in a few months, and I want to surprise him with it then. He saw this movie where a family goes on vacation across the country and all kinds of crazy hijinks happened along the way. He loved it so much and asked me all the time when we were going on a vacation like that. I just want to give that to him. I think he needs it. You said his birthday's in a few months. Will you be able to afford it? We're more than halfway there already. With the second job, it really shouldn't be a problem. I'd just like to have a bit more of a buffer, because this holiday would have all the bells and whistles you can imagine. I see. How about I buy some of those records? Really? You said they're for sale, right? Yes, but I'll just put it down as expenses in regards to my visit here, so it'll all be taken care of. You would do that? Maybe, after you've played some of that music. I just can't resist and need those records for myself. Actually, I'll need the player too, because I doubt those are going to work with our own players back home. Besides, I could really use a souvenir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Just let me get that for you. Here you go. Do I keep it or try to give it back?
I keep it.
No, never mind, don't want it. Thanks. Take good care of it. I'm sure of that. So, I suppose you're back in the game now, huh? Game? What game? I mean dating. What makes you think so? Well, what's all this? Why'd you ask me out? You seemed like a nice person. I wanted to know what you're like. Do you kiss the hand of every nice person you meet? Guess you got me there. I suppose that makes my intentions rather obvious, even though I know it won't last. Besides, I'm not sure if I'd call it a game. That's something that Bryce would do. I'd prefer to take things slow and have a long-lasting relationship. I think both can be fun. Or do I say I prefer Bryce's approach?
It doesn't really actually matter.
To be honest, I do think both can be fun. Whatever works for you. Why'd you ask me out if you know it's not gonna last, though? Bryce told me about you. You know, it made me realize I've got to get out there again. So the first thing you do is ask out the strange visitor from an exotic place. Be honest, did you just ask me out because I'm human? Not only. I figured you could tell me more about how humans date and give me some advice. I'm not sure if my experience would be worth anything here. You're bound to have a different perspective of everything that goes on around here. Maybe you pick up on things we haven't considered. I just want to hear your opinion. It's not just about dating, you know. Well, let's talk about dating if you're interested in that. I doubt I'd be able to have a frank discussion about this with just anyone I meet here. Alright, I think by now you've got the taste about how Bryce is with these kind of things. He likes messing around. It seems he's got someone new every couple of months. You should see him on some nights and how people just swarm around him. Can't blame him for that though. He's a popular guy. Do you envy him? No, I don't want what he has, but I'm finding it hard to find just one prospective partner. You'd think I'd pick up on these things while working, but then it's typically not long-term relationships that are formed here. I see. I don't exactly have that much free time to put myself out there. I'm also not getting younger, and don't forget that I already have a child to take care of. That doesn't make things easier, you know. In a way, you're not just dating the person. You're also dating the kid, if you know what I mean. Now that just sounds wrong. Oh, shush. It can make things rather difficult, that's all. Alright, maybe we'll have to work on your approach. What's the first thing you notice about a person? Their personality. Really?
I meet so many people here every day. When they're customers, the thing that always stands out about them most is how they treat their servers. I see. Besides, I'm not interested in relationships based on looks. I like talking to people and getting to know them that way. This also makes the whole thing harder for me because I have to invest a lot more time to find out if we're compatible. You know that if a relationship doesn't work out for Bryce, he can just find someone else the next day. But for me, this process can take a few months. I can imagine. I don't think there's a recipe for success I can give you, though. Oh, sorry. I don't think there's a recipe for success I can give you, though. Why not? You seem to be doing pretty well already. You're nice and polite. I don't think you need to do anything different. Is that what you think? Yeah, sure, it may take a while to find someone, but I don't think there are any shortcuts for what you're trying to do. Just keep going and it'll happen eventually. Besides, you've got some time to figure things out for yourself with your vacation coming up, right? That's true. It'll be an eye-opening experience in a number of ways. Maybe the relationship front is going to be one of them. Now that's the right attitude. And on that note, maybe we should call it a night. It's pretty late. Yeah, you're right. Well, thank you for the wonderful evening. Likewise. Not to mention the advice and for buying my stuff. You're welcome. Be safe, take care, and maybe I'll see you some other time. Maybe. Whew! Chapter 3. Leadership. It's a nice card. Whew.
So much stuff.
That was a lot of shit we just went through, boys and girls. Damn. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please give this video a like or thumbs up down below, whichever you prefer to call it. I ain't gonna judge you. Click that subscribe button if you want to see more content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Boom! See you guys then.